What's up, guys? Happy New Year. Hold up a second. Hold up. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, it was getting hot in here. All right, Happy New Year, though, everyone. Happy New Year. I hope everyone's having a pretty good start to 2021. I'm having a great start to 2021 so far. But yeah, Happy New Year. We are now just coming off probably one of the worst years, if not the worst year in history, in American history, and I have never, I don't think I know another year that was as bad as 2020. Um, I'm trying to think. I mean, yes, back then the 1940s and all that, those were pretty bad, but still, like today, man, like 2020, man, was just something else. I'm so happy it's over. I mean, 2020 can just burn in hell. I mean, it can, and I'm serious about that. I mean, it sucked. It sucked. Um, I mean, it just was not fun. I hope that I mean, everyone had a bad year with something, man. And this year, honestly, 2020 sucked for me. And I'm not gonna lie, when we were going into the new year last year, going into 2020, so like December 31st, 2019, that day, I did say that night, while other people around the world said 2019 sucked and that they were ready for 2020, and it was guaranteed to be a much better year. 2020 is going to be a better year. It's going to be the best year of their lives. I was one of those people that said, I don't want 2019 to end. I'm going to be pretty upset that 2019 is coming to an end. And I was sad. I was sad. But going into the year, I did sit down. I was not one of those people that said 2020 is going to be a great year and stuff. I was just one of those people who's like, all right, well, it's sad that 2019 is coming in, but we're in a new year, and I said hope, not I will. I hope to have, a good year, and it sucked for me all around. Most people, on the hand, it didn't really suck till like March and stuff. For me, it was awful. It was awful. I mean, my God. I mean, it sucked for me. Like, I'm gonna go through each month, and I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you how I felt. So let's start off with January. First 2 weeks of the year was not bad for me at all. It was not bad. It was great. I enjoyed it. Um, I loved it personally. Like, hold on. Sorry, I'm checking on some right now. All right, my bad. All right. Anyways, um, it was not bad at all. It was good. I did enjoy it. Here's when it really started to get bad for me. I'm not gonna lie, if it weren't for this, January would have been my favorite month of the year, and probably the best month for me personally. But when we got to the day, when this day was probably the hardest. What I want to know, I don't know if I would say the hardest day of my life, but I will say this sucked. January 26th. This is when hell for me started. This is when all hell broke loose for me. And this is when 2020 started to be garbage. This year, that day, I woke up feeling great. I'm thinking, you know what? I may not have a bad start to the year. First month, not bad. Woke up having not feeling great. Watched some Clippers, Lakers, me getting ready to have a basketball game later that day, eating lunch, to then hearing mom come down the stairs yelling that Kobe passed away. And I was like, who's Kobe? I'm like, who in the world is this? Because I don't know. I don't think, and I probably don't. I don't think I do. I don't think I have a person named Kobe in my family or a friend that's named Kobe. So I was so confused. Then when she said Bryant, Kobe Bryant, I was like, no, no, very funny. That's not true. I was like, no, that's not true. Because y'all have seen these fake articles and these fake things of these celebrities dying here tonight. Like, for an example, excuse me. Like for an example, breaking news. Celebrity John, I don't know. Travis Scott has passed away, or celebrity Robert Downey Jr. or someone, or Luke Bryan has a fit. I don't freaking know. Drake or anyone has passed away, and it's fake, you know. But so I was just ignoring it, to be honest with you, but at first. But as I came up the stairs to watch some more Clippers Lakers, everything was just interrupted. ESPN. I was also watching some of the Pro Bowl that day, but it was like Pro Bowl interrupted, this interrupted, that interrupted, everything interrupted about Kobe Bryant passing away from a helicopter crash. It's like, oh no, is this true? Started looking things up. It was true, and I figured it out, and I broke down crying. That day, oh man, it was hard. We then, like, not even 10 minutes later, had to get ready to go to a basketball game, and oh jeez, it was rough. It was rough. We got there, everyone was talking about it left and right. Coach was talking about it with me. I mean, we played our game. My team lost. It sucked. And oh my god, I couldn't do it anymore. I cried throughout. I got the score, and I did say that was for Kobe, so that was pretty good. Got home. I still couldn't stop crying. It was one of the roughest days. Very next day, I wrote all over my arms and hands number 8 or number 24 for Kobe, and some other people did that at my school. I just couldn't do it, and that was hard. I couldn't. Uh, finding out that, I mean, his daughter was in there with him too, passing away. It just got hard for me to think about. But yeah, now we go to February. Still sucked. You know what? I mean, let's see. And UNC, okay, first off, the basketball team was on. We sucked. We only won 2 games. The attitude my team had was terrible. It sucked. One of my teammates was kicked off the team because his attitude was so pissy. I mean, it sucked, okay? So I was already having a bad year with that anyways, on top of UNC basketball struggling as it is. Going to February, UNC baseball started, and I'm not going to lie, UNC baseball struggled too. And in the end of year 2020, Luke Kuechly retired. Let's see. I mean, my God. Let's see. Let's go to February. The week of UNC Duke. All right. So that Thursday, 2 days before, I was at school. They were calling for severe storms. We had to get out of school early, and they were going to dismiss us early just because of all the bad storms around the area. Well, in the gym class, we were playing around, having fun, playing basketball, doing all this, walking around, talking to each other. Today here on the intercom, we were under a tornado watch. Everyone had to go back to their classroom. We sat down. Not even 10 minutes later, we had to go in the hallway because we were then officially under a tornado warning. They announced that we were under a tornado warning. So we had to go in the hall. We were crouched down for 40 minutes, by the way. We were in the hall. We crouched down. Other people were crying. 6th graders down and I didn't cry, but I was shaky. Like, my voice was just shaky. I was scared to death. I mean, lockers were opening and closing and everything. You could hear the wind outside just going insane. I mean, 6th graders were crying and throwing up. Other people were crying in my hall. Some other people that don't even cry at all were crying. Everyone was scared to death. When after that, I was relieved. Everyone was like hugging each other. It's kind of funny though to see that. But everyone's hugging each other, just relieved. Everyone, and they said, the teachers were like, it's here, and stuff, because, like, there's a tornado not terribly far from us. And there's also a tornado in Kannapolis, which is, like, not even far from Charlotte at all. I mean, one of my family members lives there. We have to go pass by there even to get to Charlotte from where we live. Anyways, when I got up, My ankle was hurting, my back and my neck was hurting. Oh, I just wasn't in the mood. Got home, wanted to go to sleep, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Next day, we had no school. Then the next day, I was feeling a little bit. Now, that Friday next day, I was not feeling great either. The next day, I was feeling a lot better. We went to a Hornets game. They were playing the Dallas Mavericks. On the day, UNC Duke was playing. It was a Christmas present of mine. So we get there. We parked like literally right next to the Spectrum Center, pretty much. There's like this parking net that's like across from the Spectrum Center, where the Hornets play. Anyways, we got there, right? We went to go eat some food. We went in there, sat down, waited for our food. It took them so long to get our food and drinks. Finally ate, and afterwards we were waiting to get the thing and to sign off and everything and just get out of there. Pay and stuff, get the check. We got there, right? Waiting and waiting and waiting for just to get the check and get out of here. They bring another plate of, I got wings, right? They bring another plate of wings, and we were already done eating. We were waiting for the check to get out, for my dad to sign so we can get out of there. They brought another plate of wings. We were already done eating. I was full. I didn't want any more wings. If I ate more, I probably would have puked. So that sucked. Got in the arena. We were following the UNC games. We were watching the Hornets game. Hornets were getting blown out, all right? We sucked throughout the entire game. I mean, we barely scored, but I think we were close to not even scoring 10 points in the first quarter. We saw the UNC game was coming down to the end. We were about 14. I was like, let's go watch the final minutes of these games and see what happens. They tied up. We were pissed off. There was only 3 UNC fans there. Me, my dad, and one other person. That's it. The other people around us were Duke fans, or at least UNC haters in general. They tied the game. We were pissed, and then we were trying to watch the Hornets game. They were getting blown out at the time, but and then we watched overtime, back and forth, and then they made the buzzer beater, and I mean. And then, they make that buzzer beater. All the Duke fans around us were going crazy. Everyone else was like looking at, in the stands were looking at us like, what in the world's going on? And oh my God. I just sat there like, no one came out of the Hornets game. Everyone came out of the UNC Duke game. Everyone around us was watching the UNC game, going crazy. I just sat there in tears and just like, oh my God. Stay for the whole game. Hornets got blown out, humiliated. I mean, terrible all throughout. Wasn't feeling good. We were on the way home, and I just wasn't in the mood for the rest of that day. So yeah, and then February got worse and worse throughout the time. I got good grades and stuff, but school was just stressful for me. I got home feeling stressed every day, and it got worse and worse and worse all throughout. It sucked. Going to March. So I went to the ACC tournament, first and second round games. First night went to the games. I got to see Wake Forest, Pitt, and North Carolina, Virginia Tech. Right. Fun night. It was a great night. Next day was when hell started. All right. So we got through school, went to get some Burger King, and went to the Greensboro Coliseum Park West where the tournament was played. Went to the parking lot and ate our food. As we're listening to some sports talk radio that's local around here that we've been listening to for a long time, like 5-6 years now. So we went out, we went out, we sat, ate our food, listened to it. Then we find out that March Madness at first was not going to have any fans. Yes, I know they didn't have any fans, but anyways, yes, we know that we find out that they weren't going to have any fans. We're like, oh my God. Then we find out this tournament was going to get postponed or canceled left and right. We were this close not being able to even go in the arena, which we did get to go in. But then later that night, they announced that ACC tournament was not going to have fans for the rest of the tournament. Anyways, we go inside. There's this little festival going on. I mean, that night we got to see two games. Notre Dame, Boston College, and then UNC and Syracuse. So before the game started, we went in there and we went to this little festival. It's like it has inflatables, you can shoot baskets, you can try to win prizes like some sort of snacks and gift cards and wristbands, spin wheels, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it was a lot of fun. You can meet mascots, you could take pictures of stuff. It's really cool. It was a lot of fun. So we got there, right? We went inside, looked around, and the day before we were playing Virginia Tech that night, we saw this whole family of really great Virginia Tech fans. By far, these were the best Virginia Tech fans I've ever met anywhere. What's on, the internet or in person. These were the best Virginia Techs. They were awesome. They were so kind. We found out that they go to the tournament every year, no matter if it's in Brooklyn or in Charlotte or in Greensboro. It don't matter. They'll go to the tournament. I mean, it could be in Washington, D.C. They travel all around to go to the whole tournament, all the games, all first. Sorry. My throat. Woo! It's getting better. Oh, man. Anyways. Wrong, that pipe. Okay. Anyways, what happened was. They're great fans. So we saw them the next day. We were going insane. I mean, this Duke mascot, we were all looking at the TV like, oh my god, because they were playing all over. Everyone was staring at the TV, and we would say hey, and they're like, all right, enjoy, have fun tonight, and seeing those nice Virginia Tech fans. We were about to go to this little prize. We were about to do the spin the wheel thing to enter to win some, or spin the wheel thing to at least win a prize or something. We get stopped by this. We have this local news that we have, or it's like it's our CBS local news. We were stopped by two of those casters from our CBS local news to do an interview on our thoughts about March Madness not having any fans. We had to be interviewed for that. My mom was, I was nervous. I was like, bro, I mean, my friends could see me on the TV embarrassing myself, so I was already humiliated. I just said, wash your hands. As a kid I am who loves March Madness, I'm sad. I didn't even know what to say. So I was speechless still. And yeah, this is just what it is. And then it was like that. We got to our seats. We found out the NBA was going to get postponed. Rudy Gobert had the virus. And it got crazy. No one cared. I mean, people watched the game, but yeah, I mean, people looking at their phones going crazy. Then, UNC gets blown out. So I was not even in the mood that night anymore. I just wasn't. I mean, I saw Garrison Brooks crying. I cried a little bit, not going to lie. I was just pissed off. Then go the next day. I was at school, about to go to lunch, because this period I go to, we literally get in the classroom, like not even 5 minutes later, we head to lunch. So I go in there, I thought, before we go to cafeteria, I'm going to look up the scores quickly. ACT tournament scores. Cancel. I saw all these games were canceled. My heart dropped, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my god. I went to tell my teachers, they looked on their phone like, it's true. And I was like, I wanted to be left alone for the rest of that day. Got home, and then, finding out later that we weren't going to have March Madness, I was in tears crying. Then we find out that we were possibly going to be out for 2 weeks. Then our county decided, we're going to still have school. Why not? Until that Saturday, Cooper shut everything down and we didn't have school. And that's when, everything shut down. We were out for 2 weeks and all that. And yeah. And then we found out that it's just, oh my god. And then we found out this thing was canceled, College World Series canceled, everything. And I was like, dude. I mean, my god. I mean, and then go to April, May, all these months, my mental health was going low and low and low. I mean, and then going into May, I had my birthday. It was alright. I mean, it was cool. I got to hang with my uncle for my birthday. It's pretty cool. So I didn't have a terrible birthday. But my mental health was low and stuff. I mean, my goodness. It was just not good. I had to take walks every day just to get some negativity out of me or something, dude. I just wasn't in the mood anymore. Anyways, I just, it sucked, man. Anyways, we got to July, and we went to Ohio. Um, I had a lot of fun. That was pretty fun. Let's see, July sports was when that's when sports started to come back and everything. And let me get water. All right, I'm back. All right, I think I'm good now. All right, I'm good now. I'm good now. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, so I'm watching my TV though. As I'm making this video, the college football playoff has just gotten underway between Notre Dame and Alabama. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, sports came back, so that was pretty cool. As sports started to come back, I did start to feel a little better. Then school came back, and I was feeling a lot better, seeing my friends and stuff, feeling better. September and all this roll around. I felt better, but we still had the bad moments here and there, you know. And now we're, here in 2021. And I'm so glad 2020 is over, man. I mean, look, we lost so many people that I look up to, man. And anyways, December the 10th is already a bad day for me, anyways, with Angry Grandpa, passing away, and that's like always a day I have to remember, because and it's cool because we honor Grandpa, but it's just sad because that's the day Grandpa passed away. But anyway, that's a famous YouTuber, by the way. But anyways, other people passed away this year: Kobe Bryant, Alex Trebek, Chadwick Boseman. I mean, all kinds of other people out there, bro, passing away, and I can name more. Pop Smoke, and I can name more and more, man. And it's sad. We had the Nashville explosion. That other explosion at the other place. What was that other explosion I'm talking about? We had that Nashville one on Christmas Day, but what was the other one? Is this it? Yeah, there's another one, explosion. I don't know where this is though. Oh, this is in Beirut. It's outside this country. Um, I believe so. Yeah, but it was like another bad explosion out there. We had multiple earthquakes. We had an earthquake here in North Carolina, and it shook here. I mean, I felt it. My goodness. We had those Australian wildfires, Florida wildfires, California wildfires. I mean, jeez, man. This year, I was supposed to go to a UNC baseball game. I was supposed to be on the radio to broadcast with two people that I know very well, and we couldn't go because the game was canceled. Also, what else happened? I'll tell you what, man. My YouTube this year was not the best, and here's why. Almost every time I live stream, there would be a fight going on in my streams, man, and that really stressed me out. I'm not gonna lie. The fights either in the chat and and stuff. And I do want to say this though. Coming into 2020, my anger really controlled me. And that's definitely a resolution I'm going to have coming into this year is that I am not going to let my anger control me anymore. I just can't. I just can't. So I do want to come out and say, if I ever said anything mean to y'all, if I ever did anything that hurt y'all, if I made a mistake that ever hurt y'all, or said anything that may have hurt y'all or made y'all mad, whether it's on, I mean, if it's me just texting people on Instagram or on my phone or on Instagram, if it's from going from Instagram, Twitter to YouTube, or on my live streams, if I ever said anything, if I did anything or whatsoever that either hurt y'all or made y'all mad, I do want to come out and apologize and say I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. We did have a couple of live stream fights this year that I do regret. There were a couple of mistakes that I did make this year I do regret. But it was just my anger. I let my anger control me, man. And that's definitely something I am not going to let that happen this year, man. This is really the year of redemption, too. I'm not going to lie. This might be a year of redemption because, let's be real, man. Going to 2020 and everything shut down, there is something that we have all learned. And you don't deny this. You cannot deny this. I have learned something throughout the quarantine. That every single one of us was spoiled. I don't care what you say, you have to admit it. Including me. I was spoiled. You were spoiled. We all took something for granted. We all were spoiled before this quarantine. We were. And I don't think we were as thankful. I don't think, before this quarantine, I don't think we were as thankful as we should have been. And I think coming this year, we need to take things less for granted. We need to also be thankful a lot more. And we should be honest, be less spoiled. Because I feel like we were way too spoiled before quarantine. And you have to admit it. We all were. I think also in the year 2020, we all made a mistake that really, honestly, we all regret. And you can't deny that either. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But like I said, man, if I did anything that hurt y'all, I am very sorry. Um, um, My New Year's resolutions this year, I don't know if I have much, but I will say I am going to start. I think one of my resolutions is to make better YouTube videos. I didn't like how my channel did in 2020. I'm not going to lie. With the YouTube fights, some people said some really mean things to me this year that really hurt me personally. Like, honestly, I'm not even kidding. Like, that really did hurt me. So, yeah, but I'm definitely, that's another resolution. Try to ignore the people, the haters and stuff. Like, if they say mean things, just ignore them, Like, they just want to get onto you and make you feel down but I'm not going to let that happen. Some resolution I have is I'm going to stop letting my anger control me. I am going to make much better videos, and do a lot better on YouTube and stop being lazy, because I feel like I was a very lazy YouTuber in 2020. I feel like I really was. This is honestly the year of redemption. I feel like this is also a year to have hope, you know. Now, don't go into this year thinking it's gonna be the best year ever, because it's not. We still have COVID-19 going on and all this stuff. Now, will it be a rough start? Yes, but I've had some people comment in the comment section saying 2021 will be worse. 2021 will still be bad. I don't like that negativity, man. Now, don't go in the year saying this is going to be a guaranteed great year. No, don't say that. But at least be a somewhat positive going into the year. Like, make some goals for yourself. Make some resolutions, Like, and think, like, positive. Like, have some hope at least. Not guaranteed or anything, but at least have some hope, Um, yeah. Like, I know it's going to be a rough start. And don't get me wrong, it will be. But at least come into the year positive, man. Come into the year positive. Think positive, Not too positive, at least. Like I said, make goals for yourself. Think like, man, I hope for a better year. I'm gonna pray to God for a better year, I'm gonna make some resolutions for myself. I'm gonna redeem myself coming in this year. That's what you should do. Not, you know, oh, this is going to be a terrible year. This is going to be the worst year ever. This is going to be worse than 2020. 2021 will be, we're still have a rough start. No, don't say that, man, So yeah, I do want to say that, but I'm hoping they'll have a great year. Man, 2020 was just hell. I mean, it can burn in hell. Like, oh my god, 2020, man, was awful. And it's a year I want to forget, but I never will. I never will. Um, yeah, but I'm definitely gonna have some resolutions. I'm definitely gonna redeem myself. I am gonna make much better videos for y'all. I'm gonna do much better in my live streams. Um, I'm gonna do much better in my live streams. I'm gonna try to make much better videos and stop being a lazy YouTuber. I sucked in 2020. I was not good. That's another thing I want to apologize. I'm sorry, man. I'm very sorry that YouTube channel just wasn't the best. Yeah, I'm gonna do it much better this year though. I feel like this year I didn't do a great job, and I want to apologize for that. Um, yeah. So that's all I gotta say. I'm very sorry if I hurt anyone in 2020 with my anger. I'm definitely definitely not gonna let my anger control me anymore. I am going to redeem myself. Sorry, I'm gonna make much better videos. And there's other resolutions I have. And throughout 2020, I'm also gonna say I'm not gonna say what it was, but I did go through some bad personal things too. And I will name one of the personal things. Well, I'm not gonna name all the personal things, but because they were pretty bad. But I will name one of them. I do know a couple people personally that did catch COVID, and I do know a couple people that almost had it, or at least had to go tested, get tested. Yeah, but I mean, 2020 is over. The year of hell is over. It can burn in hell, and it can kiss my you know what. But that's gonna be it. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope y'all have a great year. Um, yeah, let's see. 2021 is off to a decent start for me so far, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. Happy New Year, 2020, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for watching. Peace out, and God bless and go Heels, y'all. Happy New Year, 2021.